Dubai is slightly different. You're dealing with people from around the world.
Do you think like coming from that environment in Bombay was a good school for Dubai? Do you think?
I mean, look, I'll tell
Because
you what.
a lot of you guys that come over are really successful.
No, so the thing is, two things, right? When you are working in India and then you come to Dubai, things here are more systematic and organized. So that way, yes, it gets slightly easier. But at the same time, when I came initially, I thought, okay, I know a lot of things about real estate, which I did, but Dubai is slightly different, because you're not just dealing with, number one is you're dealing with people from around the world. Staying in India, I never had a client who was probably from London or from Europe or from America who I'm dealing with, right? So there's a difference in culture, there's a difference in the way they deal with, and that initially took me some time to actually understand that where I was going wrong. So that was one thing, but yes, it did give me an upper hand because I knew how, in general, the the basics remain the same.
Yeah.
Is the square footage, the size, the price, all these things remain the same. So that did help me, and distinguishing between what is a good layout, not a good layout. These kind of things obviously helped me in my early days as well. But yes, it was the first few months or year, I would say, was really challenging, because to get used to the place, to understand how things happen, and once I got the hang of it, I was like, okay, this is what needs to be done.
Got it. And when you came here, what was your focus in 2013?
So I started with rentals and sales in Sports City.
Okay.
I still remember, initially I was not really focusing on anything. I was trying to do whatever I could get, and first 2-3 months I couldn't do anything. I was like, this is not happening. So then I realized, okay, I need to focus on one place first, and then I started focusing on Sports City, because that time Sports City had Canal Residences handing over, and the company with which I was working, they had some clients over there. So I said, okay, let me just do that. So I started with rentals and sales over there, and then I progressed
because the buildings were handing over.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
And it was not so much competition like today.
Yeah.
So it was still easier to get in inventory and have do so. It was a good way to learn and start. And then obviously then I progressed to different things once I knew how the basics work here.
Yeah, exactly. So you kind of establish yourself.
Yes.
You go found it, you learn.
Because I still think that anybody coming in, right, when they start with rentals also and small things, they know the whole process. Like today, if I'm running a team, and if they ask me any questions, I know what to answer because I've done it myself.
Exactly.
I probably might not be doing it today,
Yeah.
but I've done it, so I know what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. People come straight into the city and try and sell off plan.
Oh yes, 100%.
But if they don't understand, rentals and secondary market,
it's very important.
It's how can you give real value to your clients?
I tell people this, that eventually every off-plan property is going to become ready and needs to be either rented or resold.
Yeah.
And that's where the real game of real estate lies.
Exactly.